welcome back to the Positively Craig YouTube channel. Thank you very much for joining me once again. Thank you very much for all your lovely comments, all your likes, and obviously your new subscriptions. It's great to keep putting this content out for you guys, and it's nice to know that I am appreciated for what I do. So yeah, this is going to be a nice little video today. Bit more of a background video on what it is and why it is I do what I do. So yeah, let's get straight into this. Hello everybody. Yes, now this video is coming off the back of some comments I've had, some information I've been given, and some feedback in regards to my channel. This is quite important that I really get this out, because a lot of people have spoke to me about my channel, you know, how much they love the channel, like to support my channel, spread the word about my channel. But one of the big things that people want to know is, why do I do what I do? Well, let me tell you exactly why I chose to do my videos and start this channel about positivity. Okay, so I could have gone down lots of different routes, things that were personal to me, things that I really enjoyed, like for instance gaming. You know, that's one of my biggest hobbies. It makes me happy. I've done it all my life, but I don't think that I would make that difference really to a lot of people. I wouldn't think that the thousands of people who have their own YouTube channels, Twitch channels, can actually make a difference if I was to join, because I'm very late coming to the party with this one. Would it make a difference? Would people really take it seriously? Would it get the traction that I was after? And I felt that wasn't the direction I wanted to go in, because one of the things you need to know about me is that I've always been positive. I've always tried to stay positive, even in the face of adverse, you know, sort of problems and, you know, adversities. It's not been easy. You know, we all have problems in our lives. We all have issues where we need to sort of like bring ourselves back into the right frame of mind, bring ourselves back into what we need at the moment. So one thing that a lot of people have fed back to me over the past is how I sort of help them. I've always concentrated on what's important to them as well as what's important to me. Be it people I've worked with, you know, I've worked with quite a lot of people in regards to, you know, turning people around, helping people with their positivity, seeing the positive side of a negative situation, and also having them blossom, come forward and develop some new traits and new things that, you know, that have really helped them out in their everyday life, not just work life, but everyday life. So to me, the reason why I've done this is because this is important to me. This is what makes me happy, and there's nothing better than making people happy doing something you love. So this channel, basically, with the feedback I've had off a lot of people, is trying to get through to you guys about, there's so much noise out there, there's so many people out there, you know, giving positive messages out. There's lots of people out there, you know, talking about current topics, you know, talking a lot about coronavirus, which I know you guys enjoy my videos about coronavirus, but, you know, I don't want it to be all doom and gloom. I don't want it to be a negative channel. I want this to be a positive channel. So this video I'm putting out for you today is to explain that, is to let you understand the reasons behind why I started this channel. One of the inspirational people for me was Jacksepticeye. I know he's probably known mostly for his video gaming YouTube's channel, and obviously the videos that he puts out there and his collaborations. But if you do look back to some of his earlier videos, I know himself, he was very nervous about starting his channel, very nervous about, you know, with him being Irish, whether people would understand his accent. Very similar to me, because I'm from Liverpool. We have what's called a Scouse accent. We talk very fast. Some people can't understand us. I know when I've looked at YouTube trying to pick up the subtitles for what I say, sometimes that struggles a little bit with what with trying to keep up with me, and that can be a little bit daunting. But Jacksepticeye has put some amazing positive videos out there. I know I watched them in my early years, and took quite a lot of inspiration from them. Various of the channels, positive thinking, positive mental output, You know, there's so many different channels out there that I've took inspiration from and wanted to grow my channel to be as successful as those guys. Now, you know, I'm not standing on the shoulder giants here. I am trying to make this my own channel, trying to make it unique to me. I want the Positively Craig channel to be something that a lot of people look to, inspire to, and also just get a little bit of help from. Obviously it is in its infancy. As I don't have a lot of followers at the moment, and I'm hoping to maybe gather some traction. I've also started doing some podcasts as well. The Positively Craig podcast, that's on lots of different things. Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, Google Podcasts. There's loads of different ways that I'm trying to get this across to people and try and obviously get successful. And you know, I'd love for, you know, one of these channels to maybe touch base, maybe click onto my channel, sort of let me know, what do you think of my channel? Do you think I'm doing a good job? Is there anything I could do differently? Because we are all out there to help other people. You know, my channel's not monetized. I don't get any money for doing this. I don't get anything for doing this. This is something I want to do for myself, something I've chose to do to make a difference, to try and help people out there based on how I feel and the things that I felt are important to me that could have helped me in the past, that could maybe help someone else. So, a little bit of background in regards to why I've done this channel. Now, I've always wanted to do a YouTube channel. I've had a few questions sent to me, is, you know, why have I started this channel? You know, why have you left it so late if it's so important to you? It's because I have always had this in my mind to do, but I never had the confidence to do it. It's something I've always wanted to do. And during the lockdown period, I pushed myself to do this. I was thinking, you know, is it worth doing this? You know, what am I thinking? Am I going to make a difference? Am I going to help people? You know, it was questions I had to ask myself. Is it worth, you know, doing? Is it worth sort of pushing myself to be better, to help people, to move forward? And it's something that I've only ever had recognition for from people around me in person. The differences I've made to people, you know, I've helped people, you know, maybe help people blossom with their futures, their confidence, their believing in themselves. You know, there's so many things that I've had people say to me that I should share this knowledge, I should move forward with this knowledge, and it's important to me that I try to do that. To me, this channel has been something that I wish I'd started years ago. I wish I'd started it and make it bigger, you know, in the past, because there's nothing more than I love when I read your comments, I read your, you know, your messages, you know, the feedback on what I do, and it absolutely makes my day, makes my year. It's so fantastic to know that even at the moment it's only a small audience, but I'm reaching you guys out there. You're watching my videos, you're liking, and some of you subscribing. You know, I do really want to get some traction on this. I'd love this to go a bit bigger. I will continue to do this regardless of whether or not my channel grows anymore or whether my channel stays the same. You know, I will keep doing this, but you know, it's important to take the information that people are putting out there, listen to the words that people are saying, especially when it comes to positivity like myself, and use that to harness your own self-confidence and how you decide to move forward with your life, with decisions you make in your life, and how important it is to you to make that change, because it's impossible to make a change unless you decide to do it. I could tell you how to do things, I could, you know, give you advice how to do things, but in the end of the day, it has to come from inside. It has to come from your heart. If it doesn't come from your heart, you're never going to succeed. So you need to understand the power of my videos, the power of the reasons behind my videos. It's not driven by money. It's not driven by any sponsorship or any other channels, you know, sharing my information, you know, Jacksepticeye even, bit of a mouthful there, and all these other channels. You know, collaboration, it would be something I hope in the future, maybe come on board, maybe to have some guests on, or especially have some guests who from, from the feedback, to come on my channel, have a good talk with me, and discuss obviously poignant things that are fresh on their mind right now. It could be current events, or it could be things that affect people in different ways. But yeah, it's definitely something I would like to maybe branch out in the future. And this is again why I do this channel. This channel is for you guys out there. It helps me feel zen, it helps me feel calm with myself. It's a form of me getting this information, all these years of experience, out to you guys, for you to listen to me, to enjoy my videos, and if anything, benefit from them. And this is where it makes it all worthwhile. When you guys send me a message and say, Craig, do you know what, one of your videos made a difference to me, or I took just something you said in one of your videos and I've tried something differently and it's changed my life, or it's made a big difference. Now, to me, I couldn't ask for any more. There is not a price you can put on helping somebody else. There's not a dollar value, a pound value in anything that can make you feel so empowered as a YouTuber, as a positive person, as somebody who loves helping people to see the best in people and help them excel when they feel like they can't. It's priceless to me to have this and to give this information out, and I will keep doing it as long as you guys will keep supporting me, and I will love doing this. I hope to grow this bigger, as I've always said. I hope to maybe get some some friends on board, maybe some fellow YouTubers out there. But yeah, it is so important to me to put these videos out. I absolutely love them, and to me, I'm never going to stop doing them. I think I'll just continue doing them till you guys get fed up with me or my camera breaks. Yeah, so I'm going to move on to just coming towards the final sector of this video. Just some questions that I got sent. I'm just going to answer them. One of the questions I got sent was the reasons why. I'm not going to mention the name. They've asked me not to mention the name. What's the reason why I have decided to do these videos? Have I suffered in the past from negativity? Any mental health issues, any depression, various things like that. Now that's a very, very good question. I've been through some rough times in my life. I've been through some very hard times where you question yourself, am I doing the right thing? Have I said the right thing? We all make mistakes in our lives. There's things I wish I'd done differently, things I'm going to do differently moving forward. But ultimately, the reasons why I decided to do this video, as I said, is because the strength it gives me, the positivity I know I can spread to you guys out there. If I read one of your messages, it fills my heart with joy that you've took on board some of the things I've said, you've embraced it. It's important to you that you get these type of videos and you see these type of videos in your life, or even listen to the podcast while you're on the bus, or going to sleep in the at night. And this is the thing, I've have regrets in my life. I have things that I wish I'd done differently, things I'd said differently. But one thing that I self-taught myself is, if I'm miserable, if I'm unhappy, if things aren't going my way, who's the only one to suffer? It's me. I would suffer if I'm miserable, sitting there feeling sorry for myself, thinking things can't get any better. I'm making myself miserable. But one thing that I learned is, why am I doing this to myself? Why would I make myself unhappy? Why would I want to suffer unnecessarily when I know I've got the power in myself to pick myself up, to be more positive, to excel at what I do? Because I know the power of what I have in my heart. I know that I've got a strong mind. I can do some amazing things. I can create some amazing things to help other people. And that was the breakthrough that I got. That's why I decided to never look at the negative, always look at the positive, because if you don't, it's a rabbit hole that you can fall into and it's hard to get out of. So in answer to that question, I make these videos because I've learned how good positive thoughts are over negative thoughts, how to not dwell on the past but to look forward to the future. and that's why I do these videos, and this is why you guys, you know, give me this feedback and ask me these questions, because I think you can see how important this is to me. As I say, there's no money involved, there's nothing involved that makes me do these videos. It just gives me great well-being that I'm helping people, supporting people, and you guys enjoy my videos. So let's go on to the next question. I'm not going to do too many questions here, but this question was from somebody who suffers from, unfortunately, from anxiety and depression. It's a young man who lives in the south of England. Again, he's asked me not to mention his name, but this poor lad had gone through quite a bit of a traumatic situation. God help him, the poor lad. He suffered from depression. He didn't get the support he needed, and felt like things were getting on top of him. He was having some very negative thoughts, some thoughts that he couldn't cope with it anymore, if you get my drift. And he found it very hard to sort of find a way out of that. Now I know he watches some of the YouTubers like myself, and he's given me some personal messages. He tends to stay off my chats because I don't think he really wants to draw attention to himself, but he's direct messages me and spoke to me about the thoughts that he's had and the connection that he feels that when somebody's out there giving that positivity, wants to see the things and understands more than anything about what people can go through. This is one of the things that he says helps lift his spirits, and I'm pretty sure the reason why I've picked this one up particularly is because I know there's people who are suffering in silence out there, people who try to sort of keep it all bottled up, don't want to speak to people. I can deal with all this, the weight on the back just gets heavier and heavier, and there's a point where you just can't carry that burden around anymore and you crack. So this is more of a thing to speak to you guys, to tell you to, maybe it's time to open up, it's time to speak to somebody, maybe it's time to get that burden off your chest, the things that you've been carrying around. It could be helping somebody else, it could be helping yourself, but again, the people that you end up hurting is yourself. The people who are important are around you. You can push them away, you can drive them away, but ultimately you have to talk to people. You have to get this off your chest. You have to let people know what's going on, because as I've said in an analogy quite a few times, and people who know me, it's one of my favourite analogies, where I say, like, life is like a bottle of soda that you shake up and you can feel the pressure building, and sometimes you've got to just unscrew that cap and just let a little pressure out, just to help you manage with the pressure that's building up in you. And if you don't release that pressure, there will be a time when it will pop and there's no going back. So I urge you guys out there, anybody's out there who watches my videos, who stumbles across my videos maybe from a random search, to seek any help, to get any help that you may need, because right now, especially when tensions are as high as they are, with what's going on in the world, is seek that help. Talk to somebody, get that advice. It could be your best friend, it could be a stranger, it could be a doctor, it could be somebody on the end of the phone if you're not ready to face somebody. But I do urge you to do something about it. Do not let it wait, and do not let that pressure build up in that bottle. Just remember. Okay, just one final question. Now this is a positive question. Obviously the last two questions have been about, why I do this, what's my background, the things that have helped people and reaching out and touching people. But this one was a fantastic message I got. It was from a guy that I know, comes into where I work. He's a lovely guy, very positive guys. He as a huge fan of previous YouTubers that have put positive messages out, and he said that he feels that my videos sort of influenced and sort of help him in regards to the way these other videos have, and moving forward. And he's a new subscriber. He's just recently come onto my channel, and I want to thank him for joining my channel. I say I got some great comments on there, some absolutely fantastic things. that he does say on my channel, so thank you for the support. But again, because I know, because I've spoke to this person, it makes a big difference to know that I'm making a difference, to know that I'm helping you guys, and especially when it's a face-to-face, or even like, some people that just tune into my channel to get like updates of what's going on in the world, things like coronavirus, where we are obviously in the northwest, but also about trying to strive for that positive message in our lives, to just get that small injection of happiness, positivity, well-being in ourselves. That's why I'm here. That is what I do this for. So thank you very much to everybody who has joined in. I'd love it if you guys can start sharing my videos, tell more people about my videos, because this is important to me. It's really important to me that we do grow and spread this and get this message out to everybody who potentially would help get something from my videos, benefit from them, or even just to make them smile for even just 1 second. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me once again on my channel. As always, it's been a pleasure doing these videos. I'd like to thank everybody who supports me, especially on my obviously on this channel, on my podcast channel, my Facebook channel, my Instagram channel, my Twitter channel. Thank you very much again for all your support. I'm looking to get real momentum with this, guys, so I'm looking for 2 new subscribers. If push it for 3, if I can be lucky enough, get myself to that round number. So please share, like, subscribe, and enjoy my videos in the future. So thank you once again, and as always, I've been Positively Craig. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.